Welcome to the universe of GEEK, where curiosity guides your knowledge quest.
Ever wondered how the LGBTQ community evolved over centuries? Well, let's take a step back, way back, to ancient civilizations like Greece and Rome. Here, homosexuality wasn't something hidden in hushed whispers or shrouded in secrecy. No, it was an integral part of society, as common as the olive trees that dotted the Mediterranean landscape. In Greece, relationships between men were not only accepted but celebrated, seen as a form of mentorship and bonding. The Romans, while a bit more complex in their views, had no laws against homosexuality, and it was openly practiced in various aspects of society. So, contrary to popular belief, our LGBTQ brothers and sisters aren't just a recent addition to the societal fabric. They've been here, living, loving, and contributing to the world since the dawn of civilization. So the LGBTQ community has been a part of our history all along, but when did it start to gain recognition in modern times? Fast forward to the 20th century, a period of significant change for the LGBTQ community. The 1950s saw a wave of decriminalization of homosexuality in many countries, a significant stride in the right direction, but the struggle was far from over. The 1960s were a time of social upheaval and civil rights movements worldwide, and this was no different for the LGBTQ community. Now picture this, it's the late 1960s, New York City. Greenwich Village is buzzing with life, and nestled in its heart is the Stonewall Inn, a safe haven for the city's LGBTQ community. In the early hours of June 28, 1969, this haven was shattered. A police raid at the Stonewall Inn sparked a series of spontaneous, violent demonstrations by its patrons and neighborhood residents. The Stonewall riots, as they came to be known, were a turning point in the fight for LGBTQ rights. In the wake of Stonewall, a wave of passionate advocacy was born. Activists rallied, forming groups such as the Gay Liberation Front and the Gay Activists Alliance. These organizations worked tirelessly to combat the systemic discrimination faced by the LGBTQ community. They fought for legal protection, social acceptance, and the basic human rights that had been denied to them for so long. The first Pride March, held on the first anniversary of the Stonewall riots, was both a celebration of identity and a protest against discrimination. From its humble beginnings in New York City, Pride has grown into a global phenomenon, a vibrant, joyous affirmation of the LGBTQ community's resilience, strength, and diversity. It's important to note that while the Stonewall riots were a pivotal moment, they were not the beginning, nor were they the end of the fight for LGBTQ rights. The struggle continued throughout the late 20th century and into the 21st, with each victory hard-won and every setback a call to action. The late 20th century marked a significant shift in society's perception of the LGBTQ community, but we still had a long way to go. As we step into the 21st century, the fight for LGBTQ rights has taken on a new form. In the current era, the LGBTQ community has seen remarkable strides towards equality. The past 2 decades have been groundbreaking, with the legalization of same-sex marriage in numerous countries around the globe, a feat that would have been unimaginable just a few decades prior. From the Netherlands being the first to break the barrier in 2001, to Taiwan, marking a significant milestone in Asia in 2019, the dominoes of change keep falling. But it's not just about marriage. The representation of LGBTQ individuals in media has also seen a significant surge. Today, we see more diverse and authentic portrayals, breaking away from stereotypical and often harmful depictions of the past. Characters and stories on our screens now reflect the rich tapestry of the LGBTQ community, helping to normalize and humanize their experiences. However, it's not all rainbow flags and pride parades. The LGBTQ community still faces significant challenges. Discrimination, both overt and systemic, remains a stark reality. In many parts of the world, being openly LGBTQ can still lead to social ostracism, violence, and even legal penalties. Transgender individuals in particular face unique hurdles, including high rates of violence and difficulty accessing appropriate healthcare. Moreover, the fight for equality is far from over. Even in countries where same-sex marriage is legal, LGBTQ individuals still face hurdles in areas like adoption rights and workplace discrimination. And in many places, laws protecting LGBTQ people from hate crimes are woefully inadequate or non-existent. But despite these challenges, the LGBTQ community remains resilient. They continue to advocate for change, pushing the boundaries of societal norms and fighting for their right to live authentically. They're not just seeking tolerance, but full acceptance and equality. In the face of adversity, the LGBTQ community continues to fight for equality and acceptance.
Time to dock your knowledge spaceship, fellow explorers. Remember, the universe of GEEK is always expanding. Share the wisdom, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more interstellar insights. Keep exploring, keep learning with GEEK. See you in the next video to expand your knowledge.